Guys, did you know God hates video games? Did you know God can't stand video games? Well, I had no fucking idea that he mentioned video games at any point during the Bible, but apparently he can't stand them. So we're gonna have to talk about that, I guess. But before we do that, let's go ahead and go to the fan art section. We have a piece from 6 Rabbits. They said it was a very good use of their time. It is a very terrifying, unblinking version of Suris. I managed to turn off the recording. I don't know how I did that, so I hope this is cut correctly. When I just cut out quiet all of a sudden, yeah, no, that's because I stopped talking for a second because I realized that the recording wasn't happening, and I don't know why. Kind of Valentine says it's me. I'm the mistake. No, you don't understand. I'm the mistake. And my parents would agree. Everyone makes mistakes. My parents made me, after all. No. We gotta keep talking about why video games am bad. Why they're horrible. Why they are the worst possible thing in the entire world. Let's go ahead and play from the beginning after he was done hurting my ears.
Exalteth itself against the knowledge of God and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. And the title of my sermon today is Casting Down the Controller. Casting down the controller. 3 reasons why God hates video games. All right, you're entitled.
I'm going to do my best to control this volume as we go.
This chapter 2. You say, Brother Sean, why are you preaching about video games? Because this is an epidemic in the new...
Ow! Stop! You don't have to shriek into the microphone. We all hear you. The worst epidemic is you filleting my ears. But no, seriously, realistically, let's think about this for a second. This is the NIFB. Do you remember when Matt Powell did his spiel about video games? He was angry that children were playing video games and drinking Mountain Dew. Do you remember that? Do you remember when that was a thing? Because apparently we're back there. That's where we are again.
IFB, young men playing video games all day long for hours. I see it every single week and it sickens me.
Okay, so imagine being sickened by the fact that other people are enjoying their time. Man. Can we get an okay boomer in chat at that point? Like, I'm not even kidding. This is the... I don't have a problem with people varying ages. I don't. But this is the most fucking boomer thing that I've dealt with in my life. Because I've dealt with this all of my life. Hearing people binge watching television, hating me playing video games, or... you know, binging reading, hating me playing video games, or reading only one fucking book ever, and then hating me playing video games.
Okay? And you're saying, well, that's for kids, right? That's for like 12 and 13-year-olds. The average age of video game players in the United States this year was 36 years old.
Yeah, because video games aren't just for kids. Here, may I introduce you to something? Also, just in case it gets missed, just in case it gets cut off as the fan art part. The fan art for today's video is this piece by 6 Rabbits. It's a very terrifying Suris. As I discovered that the cut happened where it did, where it wasn't supposed to, I figured that it would probably be a good idea to throw this in just in case. If the cut didn't happen the way I think it did, then you guys got fan art twice, and it's the same one, and it's fine. You'll deal with that. But dear good sir, might I introduce you to the ESRB rating system? And last I checked, this rating exists. M for mature, for people aged 17 and older. Hold on. We have early childhood games, E for everyone, E10, and I'm not gonna lie, the only E10 game I've ever played is Shadow the Hedgehog. Where's that damn 4th E10 rating game? There's teen-rated games, which I'm sure you're very angry at. Fucking Tony Hawk is like that. We have M for mature games, you know, like Mortal Kombat, and then we've got AO-rated games, you know, like Post-hot coffee mod San Andreas. Oh no, I understand the ESRB is a huge joke. They fucking do not rate things appropriately in a myriad of ways, but the fact that adults only and mature ratings exist for video games is evidence enough that video games are not only intended for children, else we wouldn't have them rated for above children.
6.5 hours a day, that's a shame.
6.5 hours a day reading a book isn't a shame, though. And I view them both as legitimate entertainment methods. And there's wonderful stories to be held in both. I would like to introduce you to the compelling stories of, say, Final Fantasy VI. Perhaps the story of Chrono Trigger, Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, maybe even the story of the Resident Evil series, packed rich with all of the lore that it has. What other games can I think of that have incredibly good and deep lore? Oh, yes! What about the wonderfully lore-rich, if not convoluted world of Metal Gear Solid? These are all video games that have book-worthy stories, and in many cases do have books. I actually own the entire Resident Evil book collection for this reason, because I was that enamored with the story as I was growing up. So I wanted to read it in novel form because I just couldn't get enough of that universe. Video game playing is a perfectly reasonable and perfectly alright thing to do. There's not any significant disadvantage to playing video games, and if it is the media of choice that you prefer, that's fine. There's also been several cognitive benefits that have been found for playing video games. There's a lot of benefits to people who are, say, disabled and aren't able to be active, but are able to enjoy playing a video game where they get to vicariously live through an avatar that can be more active than they are. There are a whole lot of ways in which video games can train your muscle memory, or just train your memory in general. Your ability to think critically and solve problems can also be amplified by playing video games that stimulate those various things. Imagine somebody playing various games like Zelda, Metroid. These types of games force you to problem solve on the fly, and as a result, end up becoming very compelling experiences for people who are into those types of games for the puzzles. I could go on and on about the myriads of different ways in which video games are wonderful. You want games with good stories? Please go play some wonderful RPGs. Tales of the Abyss has an incredibly compelling story with a great swath of characters for you to choose from and follow throughout that game. If you want action, if you want something like that, might I suggest Doom 2016. It is probably the most Christian game I've ever played. It literally involves slaughtering the demons from hell so that you can cleanse the land like the good Lord wanted you to. If you want a good mix between a lore-rich world and also a game that will keep you on your toes as you play, might I suggest the remake of the first Resident Evil, and then of course all the subsequent games in that series. If you want something that's nice and speedy, I could suggest the Sonic the Hedgehog series. Or if you just want to train that muscle memory a bunch, might I suggest something from the Mario franchise? Really, I could go on and on about video games, but I think we've probably hammered the point in. I like video games. This guy hates video games. He's got 3 reasons why I shouldn't like video games. Let's find out. Also, Bumblin' Buzzybee, thank you very much for hopping into the chat.
We should never play these things, and I'm going to show you why God hates them.
He's going to show us why God hates video games. I'm sure he's going to find the exact part in the Bible where Jesus was in the middle of playing his favorite game, Call of Duty Modern Crucifixion, and in so doing, he had a calling. His dad, Joseph, beat him with a whip for playing the video games. And of course, Jesus, being the perfect child that he was, knew that if he disobeyed his father and continued playing Call of Duty, then, well, he would probably be stoned to death, and then we wouldn't have any crucifixion. So really, if God kept playing video games, we wouldn't have our sins saved by him on the cross.
You're in Titus chapter 2, verse 6. Let's look at some things that young men should be doing.
Oh, no. I think you're right, Cyberchill. This is going to come down to the idle hands argument. By this argument, nobody should ever read a fucking book.
You say, Brother Sean, you're mad about this. You're right, I'm mad about this, because this is a vain waste of time. All right? First thing, it profits nothing. It is vain. It doesn't mean anything. You are playing Thumb Wars with a piece of plastic looking at a bunch of lights on a blinking screen. It means nothing.
Cool. So when you read your Bible and you masturbate to it every day, which I know you do, don't fucking try and lie to me. I don't think you can get off to anything besides the thin-ass pages in that book now. When you do that, you are doing nothing. Let's use your argument, because the Bible is no less a piece of media than a video game is. When you are reading that book over and over and over again and trying to find meaning in the world via the pages in that book, all you are doing is engaging in self-mental masturbatory nonsense. However, this is not a stance that I actually hold. This is a stance, however, that is informed by the logic that you are using. If you don't want this type of argument used against you, maybe change your logic.
You understand? This is what you should be doing. Titus chapter 2, verse 6, look down at it. Young men, likewise, exhort to be sober-minded, in all things, showing thyself a pattern of good works. When you're playing video games, is that a pattern of good works?
Yes, actually. So, might I introduce you to a variety of instances that I have found myself in while playing the video game World of Warcraft, or even League of Legends. Finding myself in groups of people who might not have had the best of days, might not be engaging, giving their 100% because they really just don't have it in them that day. And finding people who, despite the fact that I might not have the time otherwise, probably need a little bit of my time, need a little bit of friendship, need a little bit of somebody who's not engaging with their idle hands. Let's say that I'm in a group, this has happened before, somebody who just went through a divorce and they need mental comfort. They need a distraction. They need somebody who can be a friend for them. Random people on the internet, you'd be surprised, can be a wonderful avenue into just being able to cope with that kind of loss. By playing that video game, I'm able to be part of the healing process for that person. And this happens a multitude of times. This might not even happen with me knowing it. I might be part of somebody's healing process while just healing them in a dungeon and not fucking speaking. This can happen in the game of League of Legends as well. I can be the one person on that team that causes somebody to go, you know what? I had a good day today. I'm happy that I'm here. You could even be the one step away that prevents somebody from committing suicide because you just happen to be there. And that's not a thing that they were going to have otherwise without you, being where you were on that online game. But what if your argument is like, that's different because that's online games. That's interacting with people. Let's single player games. Well, when I'm playing a single player game, much like when I'm reading a book or going through anything else, also, Garegs, thank you very much for the follow, but if I'm playing a single player game, much like reading a book or engaging in any other piece of media, I am gaining a base of conversational knowledge. When I'm playing, say, the Sonic series, Tardigila Live, thank you very much for, or Leah Live, I have no idea. Thank you very much for the follow as well. But if I'm playing a game like that, all the time that I have spent playing that game has eventually led to me being able to take part on the Sunset City podcast, which, for those of you who don't know, might not be aware, if you have not seen already, we'll just go there right now. Just to, it's just right down the corner. Let's go ahead. But if you guys have not already seen the Sunset City podcast, I would highly recommend it. The Sunset City podcast is a show that involves the collaborative efforts of me, Nick from The Game Apologist, Channel Pup, and Wayne from Wayne is Boss, and all of us basically just talking about the things we love and hate about the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, and we have a great time doing it. These are three people who I consider very good friends of mine, and they've been there for me when I've dealt with struggles, and I've been there for them when they've dealt with struggles. And mind, this avenue of friendship would not have existed had we not played the same video game. Video games function not only as something to train individual muscle memory, not only as something that, when played online, can be enjoyed with other people, and not only as something that, if you're disabled, can be a way to stave off depression, can be a way to function, can be a way to live vicariously through an avatar, they are also a shared medium of memories. Something that we can relate to each other on. Now, somebody like this from the NIFB, an actual fucking biblical cult, what would they want? They would rather everybody only talk about the Bible because that's a piece of medium that they get to control. They can control any narrative where the Bible's concerned. This allows them to continue controlling their people. And I'm not pulling that one out of my ass. There's a reason why the leader of the NIFB, Steven Anderson, is banned in 34 countries. Don't believe me? Look up Steven Anderson Rule 34.
Is you getting a high score on Mario a pattern of good works? Really?
Well, let's see here. If you are getting the high score on Mario, you... First of all, this was done in, what, 2019? Dude, nobody gives a fuck about scores anymore. That was, like, 15 years ago. That was, like, post-Atari age. Holy shit. Secondly, maybe let's run with the argument. Getting the high score in Mario might actually earn you an application into a video gaming tournament. And this tournament might actually earn you the publicity you need to start your own line of a franchise or anything else. Wait, hold on. I thought these were idle hands. I thought these were things that you know, weren't earning anything through. But apparently here we are in this wonderful, weird world where video games can actually be somebody's career. What if you're a streamer? I have no idea how anybody or why anybody would do a job like that. Who the fuck would stream? On Twitch. On Twitch.com. Twitch.com/Necosuris, where Pontus Anderson has just followed. And you should follow as well. When would that happen? I have no idea why anybody would turn doing something with video games into a career. I thought it was just idle hands. Just getting to the high score in Mario. Have you not considered the fact that speedrunners literally become world famous? Is that just like is this just boomer brain? Is that what's going on here?
Really? No, it's not. All right? In doctrine, showing uncorruptness, gravity, sincerity, sound speech that cannot be condemned. When you're playing these violent video games, do they have sound speech? Are they saying edifying words?
Wait, hold on, but we're talking about Mario a second. Are all video games necessarily violent? Wait, is the Bible violent? Can we not read the Bible anymore because it has violence? Oh god, I can finally stop reading that damn book! Sweet! I'm on the highway to hell! I just realized that joke doesn't work as well when I'm a VTuber, and I can't physically go off camera. Huh. Things you learn every day.
No, they're not. They're cussing, they're vile, they're horrible. Look down.
Bad word make bald man angry. Angy.
Verse 8 says, sound speech that cannot be condemned, that he that is of a contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say of you. You know what? We need to make sure as young men that we have a pattern of good works, that we're not wasting our time playing video games.
Maybe you should stop wasting your time reading the same book over and over again for the rest of your life.
You know, it says the fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he that winneth souls is wise. We need to get out there and win souls, not play video games.
Ah, there's the rub. If you're not playing video games, you're not indoctrinating more people into our god cult. Huh. Well, I'd rather play the video games, quite frankly. This is not an argument from the Bible at this point. This is literally saying any time that you are spending that you are not directly trying to convince people to join your cult is time that is wasted. Now, I wonder why he would say that. I wonder why an organization of people reliant on donations would ever have the position that time that you're spending not bringing more people into their church is time that's not well spent. Guys, I'm sorry, can I take the same time? Any time that you're spending as a viewer and you are not actively telling people about my stream and about my channel and getting them to come follow and send donos and throw you know, big wads of cash at me, that's time wasted. And because you wasted that time, I am very angry. I am 100% angry. Except we all accept that that's a dumb line of argument. Also, again, can I point out that if you have somebody who's trying to evangelize in an online game, that they're hitting all of your criteria, but they're still playing a video game. Cybershield, thank you very much for redeeming your points for an hada. The fucking weirdo.
Okay? In Psalm chapter 119, verse 113, it says, I hate vain thoughts, but thy law do I love.
I hate vain thoughts, too. She's not my favorite ADC. I'm actually more partial to Sivir. I really don't like when other people play Vayne. It's just never liked her, ever since release.
Love. All right? We need to love God's law. We need to stop having vain thoughts. I mean, if a foolish thought's a sin, what do you think a vain thought is? What do you think doing something vain all day long for hours, for 6.5 hours a day is? Okay.
It's called engaging in escapism of any kind. It's called having fun. I'm sorry that fun is illegal. Are you the fun police? Hold on. Wait a minute. I think I found this guy. I think I found him. Where is it? Hold on. I've got it. Yep, here we are. Everybody who's familiar with Sonic the Hedgehog, the Archie comics, probably knows this image in some way, shape, or form. We found you. No fun allowed. Okay, no, I don't want no fun allowed images. I want specifically this image. I want to open this image alone. There you go. There it is. I found him! Moreover, I found you from a video game comic book. Just to piss you off. Isn't him standing up there, Vayne? Oh, no. That level of pompous bullshittery could never be considered Vayne at all. In any way, shape, or form. Why would that be Vayne? He's just giving God's word. It's just God's word, everyone.
Okay? It's a sin. It's horrible. God hates it. All right? In John 6:63, it says, it is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing.
My book told me that it's not good to do this thing. Therefore, it is unilaterally not good to do this thing.
Profits nothing, okay? Your Candy Crush, it profits nothing, okay? Your Bejeweled, it profits nothing, all right?
What about your World of Warcraft or League of Legends? The games you're mentioning there are actually games that can potentially increase people's muscle pattern recognition. But I'm also mentioning other types of games because, unlike you, I actually know what types of video games fucking exist. I know that people don't still go for the fucking high score in Mario!
The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit, and they are life. You know, the Bible is spirit. The Bible is life. The Bible is not vain. Instead of playing Bejeweled in line, why don't you take the New Testament out of your pocket and read it, okay?
Guys, the only form of entertainment you're ever allowed is reading the Bible. Please read a pocket New Testament again, over and over again. Just the one book. Just read the one book over and over again. It's very important. Please keep reading the one book.
Why don't you delete all those video games off your phone and take your Xbox and toss it out the window? It's
because I spent money on it, and I don't want to.
Vain, it's stupid. Get rid of it.
It's stupid because you told me it is. But you haven't defined why it's stupid. You said it's stupid because the book told you it's stupid. But the book doesn't even talk about video games. Because they didn't exist 2,000 years ago. Dude, do you brain?
Okay? So first thing, it profits nothing. Second thing, it gives you a wicked imagination. Go to Proverbs chapter 6. Proverbs chapter 6. You know, video games give you a wicked imagination because,
do they?
I mean, let's face it, 90% of popular video games are violent. All right?
I wonder if he's right about that. Let's see here. Boop, 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 boop. What percentage of video games are violent? Let's see here. Oh, we've got the no link between video games and violence articles because, you know, we found that out ages ago. But we don't seem to have any hard data for how many video games are actually violent because there's new video games coming out every day. That data will always be outdated. Huh. Weird. Funny that. Pulling shit out your ass.
God likes violence?
Yes! He literally flooded everyone! Of course God loves violence! He killed everyone with all the water! All of it! He made hell! God fucking loves violence! Can we define violent? I don't think he's going to.
No, he doesn't. You know, 75% of games are based around killing.
Are they? Where do you have that information from? Let's look that up. Let's maybe do that one real quick. Just, you know, 75% of video games are based on killing. He read that from notes. He wrote that down. Where did he get that from? Where did he get that from? Violence in video games. Do we have a percentage? Let's see here. Negative effects. Theories of negative effects. Don't care about any of this. I want a percentage. I would like a percentage, please. That is not what I meant to do. I did not want to look at Team Liquid. I don't care about Team Liquid. Percent. We have survey result percentages. 50% of boys favored games with M ratings. But none of this is about the amount of video games that fit a particular criteria. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my methodology's incorrect. It's gotta be. He's definitely on the right track, Mr. Scream at Podium Bible Man.
Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16 says,
Wait, what?
These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, an heart that deceiveth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift running to mischief. Are your hands swift to the controller?
Yes.
Are you imagining these wicked things in your heart, murdering people?
I'm imagining murdering pixels, not people. Pixels aren't people. Like, they literally don't fit the definition of personhood. You would be fine if I aborted a pixel.
I mean, what difference is it? You know, you're simulating shedding innocent blood versus really doing it? God.
Wait, you seriously don't see the difference between these two things? You don't see the difference between me putting on a copy of Turok 2 and killing some fictional dinosaurs? And, like, literally going back in time and skinning a Tyrannosaurus Rex alive? You don't see the difference between these actions?
God hates that, man. Don't do it. All right?
Guys, we gotta save video game lives. God hates it when you kill fictional characters in video games. So don't do it. Fallout 3 players, please don't blow up Megaton. God doesn't like it. Don't do it. Besides, the one person you want to kill, she lives.
Psalm 11, verse 5, it says, The Lord trieth the righteous, But the wicked and him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. If you love these violent video games, guess what God does? He hates you. His soul hates you.
Yay! God hates me. I'm gonna go play Doom now. We're just gonna boop, do. Thank you. We're just gonna boop. That's where we're at. That's exactly where we're at now. Thank you. Now that I know God hates me, I can just play Doom. Fuck it. What's he gonna do? Smite me? It's just a video game. He hates it. Now, how much does it just, like, fucking devalue actual violence to call killing a pixel in a video game violence? Just think about it. Also, Doom, I actually do want to play you, but I'm not going to do it right now. I'm sorry. I lied. I lied to the audience. I lied to myself. And most importantly, I lied to you. Yes, there's only 39 minutes on there. I've literally just started. I should have played this game years ago, and I just didn't, and that's my fault. I wasn't a good Christian boy, and I didn't play Doom. I need to, though.
You got it? You understand? You know, and I'm going to just bring up one video game. You know,
please.
I used to be addicted to video games, but I haven't played video games in so long I can't even tell you. It's been years since I played these things.
Is that why you only have boomer logic for video games anymore?
Okay? And it ruined my life.
Did it?
Years. It was vain, and that's why I'm telling you about this.
So you personally had an addiction, therefore the thing is bad for everybody. Got it. Sound logic.
So back in 2009, there was a video game that came out called Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Of course, it's Call of Duty. It's always Call of Duty. Guys, what were you addicted to? It was either going to be Call of Duty or Halo. Always going to be Call of Duty or Halo. But no, I don't think you actually were fucking playing it. I seriously doubt it.
And it was a first-person shooter game. You guys have all heard of Call of Duty. I don't have to go over the litany of what it is. But it was released in 2009. Some of you guys are probably still playing it. But it was released in 2009, and you know, it generated a lot of controversy. Because the fourth level of the game allowed you, it gave you the best weapons in the whole game. It gave you grenades. It gave you unlimited.
Is he going to talk about the killing innocent people, like the terrorist mission? Because, like, you were allowed to skip that, if that's what he's talking about. Pretty sure he's talking about the terrorist mission. Yeah, he's talking about the airport mission. He's talking about the airport mission. That's exactly what he's doing. He's gonna bring up the airport mission. Dude. Cool. By this logic, the Bible is just as evil because we have to read about a flood that genocides literal millions. Except you wouldn't accept that argument because it's a dumb fucking argument, which is why it's a dumb fucking argument when you say it, but it's about video games.
Limited life. It gave you everything. It was this level called No Russia. And in this level, you played an undercover CIA agent, and your job was to go into an airport and...
Yep. That's exactly what it is. It's the airport shit. It's that mission. Okay, yep. He's living the meme.
Mow down men, women, and children that were pleading for their lives.
Yep. And it was optional. You had the ability to not do that mission at all. You could choose to skip it. You were not forced to do it. You were not forced to be there. Moreover, it was infinitely less bloodshed than your God's done in a single day.
That was a fourth level of the game, and they're all like, oh, well, you know, you could opt out of that level. None of
Oh, he even knows!
them did, because they gave you the best gun. It was belt-fed. I mean, it was awesome.
Wait. Nobody skipped the terrorist level? Nobody skipped that one? No. People skipped it. There are people who skipped it. Yeah, you can just not play the game, too. That's an option you had. Well, that's the option he wants, though. He wants nobody playing video games, because God hates it.
Everyone was playing this game. But you know what? It was conditioning people. It was conditioning people to love violence. All right?
No, we actually have studies about that. We actually have studies for that. Yeah, no, there's a common theory that playing violent video games increases aggression in young people. Various studies claim to support the hypothesis. However, most studies generally find no link between video games and violence. What we do find a lot of times, though, is video games can offer a very healthy outlet for people who might already have aggressive tendencies, because it allows them a place to let out that aggression that it's not the real world, where real destruction happens.
Right? And you're like, well, Brother Sean, maybe this is just some little small video game. Well, you know, this little small video game sold 4.7 million copies and made $310 million in the United States.
He's about to lean into his mic and do stupid shit again. So, how many Bibles have sold? Let's see here. More than 5 billion copies of the Bible have been printed, which assumes that many of them have been sold. In 2020... See, yep. Total likely number sold by 2020, likely 5 billion Bibles. Based on that, I would say that it probably doesn't fucking matter. You are so severely outweighed in the amount of representation that you've got compared to a single video game. Kaiser Faust, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, Memory Martin has provided... Video games and health, sorting science from popular beliefs. Many believe games cause gun violence. This is from 2019. When it comes to video games, the fact is indisputable. There are more games more popular than other. About 43% of U.S. adults sometimes play games. What is less agreed upon is whether or not they have an overall benefit or hindrance to players in society. The debate goes all the way back to 1999. Columbine solidified in minds that video games cause violence. That's because the people who did Columbine literally used Doom to plan out the massacre. Let's see. So despite interest in this topic by parents and policymakers, though, research has not demonstrated that there is any cause for concern. The study was done by lead researcher Andrew, I cannot pronounce that, who is a PhD of research at the Oxford Internet Institute. Huh. But it's conditioning people, right? Arnbros229, thank you very much for the follow. Wasn't it proven video games improve performance? Yep. Cognitive performance, ability to recognize patterns, multiple different things that your brain does in general exercises are shown to be improved by various video games. But, you know, you don't tell that to this guy. Don't tell that to angry COD hater Boomerman. Don't.
In one day. In one day, back in 2009.
Yeah, it's called Release Day. It's called the day the video game releases. It's pretty normal for there to be more copies of a game sold the day it releases than any other day, unless, of course, your video game is Among Us and it gets popular because streamers latch onto it. Generally speaking, your first day is going to be your biggest day. But when you get to say something like, that's how many it sold, only in one day, then everybody's like, oh my god, what about all the other days? If that's 4 million every day, then they'll sell like a bajillion copies. They'll sell almost as many CODs as we have Bibles, and that would be bad. But the reality is COD caps out like 10, 20 million. At least COD 2 did, I believe. I don't remember the number exactly, but those numbers don't stay consistent. It's pretty much a general trend.
Not only that, but in 2018, they still make this video game today. There have been over 25 million copies of this video game sold, and in it, you murder men.
Wait. I was close. I was close. If his number is correct, I was close. 25 million.
Women and children that are pleading for their lives.
Yep. And you can skip it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, the programming of that level, the mentality behind programming that level was to shock people. Do you want to know a similarly shocking moment in the Call of Duty franchise? This is a thing that the franchise does pretty regularly. let's think here. In Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1, the shocking thing was the nuke. When you drop a nuke in the middle of a country, and you, as a United States... No, you weren't a United States soldier at the time. You were playing a soldier allied with the U.S., and you, after having the nuke dropped, had to try to climb your way slowly while dying of radiation poisoning back to your helicopter, and then you died on the way and slowly breathed your last, and this happened in, like, the third to last chapter. This was, like, the big shock moment of Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare 2, the airport is the big shock moment. This is fairly normal for them to incorporate this, and it's always going to be something that punches you in the gut. Everyone was talking about the nuke sequence when it happened. I didn't have an Xbox or a PlayStation at the time that happened. I didn't have a PS3 or 360. I had a Wii, so I had to wait until the Modern Warfare port on the Wii to live through that experience, and even then... it was still gut-wrenching, even though the Wii had absolutely garbage graphics for showing it to me. The airport incident is no different. The only difference is because the airport incident involves you killing innocent civilians, which, by the way, necessarily the nuclear bomb of the first game did too, but you're not talking about that. You had the ability to skip that scene. You had the ability to skip that whole thing, because they knew that some people would not be able to stomach it. Meanwhile, when we're told to read the Bible, we have to read the part where it mentions how Lot's daughter raped him in a cave because she wanted to carry on the family line. But, yeah, your Bible's perfectly good for kids, right? 10 out of 10? It's great. Good for kids. Good for kids.
And you say, Brother Sean, why do they do this? The reprobate army? How are you going to train people to murder Christians en masse?
Wait. No. You did not just make that. You did not just make that leap. Hold on. We got to go back. Wait. Try that again?
Army? How are you going to train people to murder Christians en masse without even thinking about it? Well, you haven't played these video games.
Give me a moment. Very important that I have just a small moment. Okay. Yeah, this'll work. Here we go. So, Pastor, what's his face? Hates COD. Here, I have a gift for you. It's very important you take this gift. It's very serious. Hold on. Is this... Ah. That's why. That's why I can't use that one. That's agitating. Okay, hold on. I believe this one will work. Right? No? God damn it. The timing of the joke is so off now. It is so off now. I will have my joke. I will have it. I will do my damnedest to make this work. You know what? Nope. I can't find one with a transparency. So you guys don't get a transparency. You guys don't get the joke at its best. You get the joke at the best I can provide. I've been trying to find, at a rapid pace, a tinfoil hat PNG, but the three that I grabbed first all count as browser sources, not actually PNGs. So I guess you get the non-transparency PNG tinfoil hat. Because I failed. I failed in my mission, everybody. I tried to provide you humor out of the madness, and instead, all I gave you was pain. I failed, everyone.
That's what they do. All right? You know, I had a lot more stuff in this, but for sake of time, I'm going to shorten it up. But, you know, why would we support these video games? It's not like we're going and watching the Julie Wood movies. Why would we support Julie Wood video games? I mean,
well, maybe just support other games, like play Pokemon. You know, Mario, Zelda. Just don't play Call of Duty. I said it's literally just as easy as don't play Call of Duty. By this same argument, I could just pull out a bunch of books you hate. Like, okay, hold on. Let's do this. Let's run with the argument. All video games bad because Call of Duty violent. Okay, cool. We got it. Quran bad, therefore all religious books bad, therefore Bible bad. We did it, guys. We broke him. But the tinfoil hat stays.
Activision, the largest video game producer, owned by a Jew. Not to mention Microsoft.
Oh, never mind. I read it. I heard Juliewood. I didn't hear it as what it actually was. Oh. That was a bit more than I expected. Hold on.
Movies. Why would we these video games? It's not like we're going and watching the Julie Wood movies.
Okay. Yep. Nope. We got it. He's a Nazi. Oh my God. We got. You know what? Fine. Here you go. I got it. I found it for you. There's a piece of decor that you missed in your place. Okay, boom. There you go. There you go. I know that you forgot. You forgot it ages ago, but don't worry. I'm hanging up your favorite flag. There you go. There you go, buddy. That's what you needed. You forgot it. There we are.
Why would we support Julie Wood video games? I mean, Activision, the largest video game producer, owned by a Jew.
I came here to make fun of a dipshit arguing that video games bad because 2,000-year-old book said so. And now, I've just discovered a Nazi because I didn't watch the video before reviewing it live for you guys. How did it come to this? How the fuck did it get here? Oh, right, it's I didn't even realize it was NIFB when I started, though. Like, seriously, I saw the video, and I was like, oh, yeah, that'll be one we can cover on stream. It'll be fine. I didn't realize it was NIFB, and I didn't realize it would be NAZI.
Not to mention Microsoft. Hello, Bill Population Control Gates. Really? You want to give this guy 50, 60 bucks every time? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, because all $50 to $60 of every video game purchase you ever make all go to Bill Gates, and he uses it so that he can get the Obama immigrants to vaccinate your kids. Making them sterile and also autistic and also giving them the mark of the beast. And then this makes them, fuck, I don't know. Stupid? Said Nazi is TOS on YouTube. We'll see if I get hit. We'll see if I get hit on YouTube. I've been hit before. I can handle it. I'm a big boy. So would you like me to review them for you beforehand? No, I think the live reaction stuff works best for stuff like this. I've been genuinely surprised by what I see here today.
Well, Brother Sean, why are you being so harsh? You know what?
Because you're a Nazi?
It's not hot preaching unless you get burned. You got it?
Ha 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 ha. It's not hot preaching unless you get burned. Get it? I'm sure there's a Holocaust joke in there somewhere, but he would deny it. Okay. I think that's enough of that. That's definitely enough of that. I think I've had my fill. I think I've had my fill. I'm good. I'm done. We goose-stepped right into the third fucking Reich with that one. Jesus fark. Why? Why is this a thing? I expected boomer logic. Video games promote violence, violence bad. What I didn't expect was the tinfoil stuff. You know, they're making you play video games so that they can brainwash your children into slaughtering Christians. I didn't expect that, and I also didn't expect him to pivot from genocide bad to, hey, guess what? Wouldn't it be funny if Hitler real and also balding man on podium? I really shouldn't make fun of people who are balding. I'm balding. There's way more important things to make fun of with this man. Like his swastika tramp stamp. Jesus Christ. Imagine feeling like your preaching is only good if it is offending people. It's gotta hurt people to be good. What a dumb fucking statement. This is why God, Gun, Guts, and Glory is a Nazi. This is why he's a Nazi. We gotta cover him again. The person who told me, or the person who gave the God, Gun, Guts, and Glory shit to the police, and the police friend who told me that we should not cover him anymore because it would be instigating his stuff. Of course, that person was somebody who we found out was all kinds of liars. So I don't believe that was actually a fucking police officer. And because I don't believe that, I think we're safe to cover God, Gun, Guts, and Glory again. I think the most attention that dude's ever gotten in his entire life, including his wife. Anyway, what do you guys think in the comment section below? Let me know. And also, I want to know what you guys think in the live chat if you're watching over on Twitch. Let me know. And this was certainly a wild, wild, wild ride. As always, everyone. Insert end of video tagline here.